Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about PLSQL procedure and function in the PLSQL course. So we'll do the basic overview on what is procedures and what is function, and I will cover up with the sample scenarios. Okay, so let's quickly dive into the topics we are going to discuss. So this is the topics we are going to discuss, like what is the procedures, what is the parameters, like in possible we can use it, and examples in using in parameter, that is read only, and out parameter, write only, and read write parameters like in out, and how to call a procedure, and finally handling exception handling. This is about procedure, will give an idea. And similarly we will get into function, what is function and why it always supposed to return a clause, and one quick example about deterministic function and how to call a function in a SQL query. So this is the quick idea. This is the beginner level of understanding. So when we go into advanced level, at the point we meet it, that time I can give more and more advanced topic. This is the starters. Okay, so let us quickly dive in. So what is PLSQL procedure and function? So this is the essential subprogram. So far we discuss about anonymous block with like a declaration section, begin block with execution block, and then the exception handling block, anonymous block we were using. Right now whatever we discuss now, we are storing in the database itself to call it efficiently. So the primary purpose of the procedure to handle the business actions such as inserting, updating, and deleting data as a transaction. Okay, and calling in the application front. That's the quickest idea. And similarly, functions in high level, it will return a value always, and commonly used for computation or calculation purpose or validation purpose. Okay, it can be called in SQL queries. So the other side of it, like it can be and the business logic is encapsulated, like it's embedded inside the procedure and function for application use, and it will be like when you write it procedure and function through this way in database level, it's more robust. So instead of writing the code in the application layer level, writing the database layer level, it is fast and quickest response, user can see it. Okay, and the reusability also the other good purpose, and readability, you can modularize also, and performance and consistency. These are the benefits of the PLSQL subprograms. Okay, so then the real world examples, how this is being used, the business logic whatever discussing, right, for any application development. So behind the scene, the business logic defined by the business will be handled, and any validation like as per the business, or to avoid the invalid data, so all those things it will be taken care. So then objective already I have discussed, like I'm straight away jumping into procedures. Like, so basically the procedure is a named block. So for it's like unnamed block, anonymous block we were using it. Now this is a name block. Okay, to perform certain action, correct? It may or may not return value. Like function, it's supposed to return a value always, correct? But it in procedure, it's not necessary to return a value, but it's like we can discuss like how you're going to return a values in what situation, that and all in later videos. Okay, and like what are the possible parameters, like in, read only, out, write only, and in, out, read write operation. So now using in parameter, we'll take this one quick example how to do it. Okay, so this is the in parameter. Okay, so if you see here, so here I defined a procedure, like this is a syntax you need to follow: create or replace procedure, and followed by the procedure name. And here the parameter name, okay, I'm giving, and this is the syntax. By default it will be in, like for readability I'm giving in, and what is the data type you are going to accept as an argument. This is the parameter. Okay, and this is also the syntax you need to follow. And here the declaration section, I'm defining what is the value I'm going to assign it, okay, in the local variable. So here I'm taking on quick example of reading from the employees table for the input parameter what you are passing it. Okay, that's about. Once the valid employee ID passed and its corresponding name will be captured, and that will be stored in the variable called v underscore f name. It will be printed. Okay, this is about this procedure called show underscore emp underscore name. Okay, let me try to execute. Okay, so we are not going to discuss about how to execute the procedure. Just I'm demonstrating about in parameter how it will work, and the skeleton of the procedure I'm explaining. That's it. Okay, this is about in parameter. Let's jump into the second example of out parameter. So out parameter, as I mentioned before, is like a write operation, correct? Like whatever we are reading this in the previous example. So here we are trying to get the salary for the corresponding employee received as an input parameter, and output the employee corresponding salary will be stored in out parameter, that will be captured. That's what this is about. Okay, so like this is the input parameter, it will read, and this is the output parameter, it will write. So in the select statement, the line number 8, you can see this is where we are writing, and this is the input parameter will be passed for the valid employee ID. It will try to validate and store the salary. Okay, this is about output parameter. You see that the procedure got successfully created. Now input and output parameter. So is it possible to create a same variable, the parameter? Can I do read and write? Yes. So salary. So this is one quick example. Assuming that salary we are receiving it, for the salary I want to add $1,000, 1,000 rupees. Okay. So when I try to add it, like it will receive it as a whatever the value you are giving, and for that corresponding it will write, and it will you can call it like that's what so assuming that like you have 5,000 is the salary and you are incrementing to 1,000, it will be right into the same parameter. That's it about this procedure. Let's try to create this one. Okay, this is about increase salary. It's got created and stored into the database. Okay, so how to call a procedure? So far we discussed about three things, correct? In parameter, in out parameter, and finally the third one, in out parameter in single thing. But now let us try to understand one procedure, how to call it and get the result of it. Like for example, we created, correct, the get salary. I want to pass this employee, like what's the salary, this. Okay, so if I try to do that, calling that get salary procedure, whatever we created before. Okay, if I try to run it, so we are trying to print the out parameter. This is the in parameter, this is the out parameter we are returning, correct? And whatever for like whatever the corresponding employee salary will be stored into variable, correct? Like this is how we have to do it. Like we have to define the variable and we have to call as an output parameter here, and line number 6 you will get trying to print a statement like to validate whether we are receiving correctly or not. Okay, you see for this employee the procedure will be receiving as a input parameter. It will be the query will be fired in the background, and it will store in the variable, and it will return to this local variable here. This is what happening, and finally we are trying to print it in line number 6. Okay, so this is the quick demonstration about how to call a procedure. Okay, this is about procedure. So far we discussed. Let's get into exception handling block. So for like exception handling block, so far without exception block we discussed, correct? Like, so if there is any exception block is there, like you are trying to delete employee in this case, like you are trying to delete one particular employee whatever received as input parameter, but that corresponding employee is not there. What will happen? It will raise an application error, employee not found. If there is general unhandled exception, it will come and land it to unhandled exception part. That's it about this procedure. Okay, delete employee. Okay, this is how exception handling we can handle it. Okay, now let us jump into function. So far we discussed about procedure. Now let us jump into functions. So what is function? So like we discussed a calculation or computation purpose, we can use it. It must return value always. Unlike procedure, this one must return value always. So but this can be used in SQL queries. Okay, best use for calculation purpose. Okay, let us jump into example. So how it will return a value. It's almost the syntax is close to procedure, but it's not same. But if you see this one, we are trying to create a get annual salary on function creation. So we are trying to pass one particular employee ID as an input parameter, and we are trying to return the salary as a number data type. You have to use this syntax very carefully. Okay, and create or replace function. This is the syntax you need to follow, and the followed by the name, correct, and the parameter, and return like what is the data type we are going to return. We are discussed, correct, the function always must return a value, right? What is the data type we are going to return it, and in this case we are going to find a salary for the given employee as an input parameter. We are returning, we are storing here, and we are returning it in the local variable. You see that I'm trying to multiply and store, like just for quick example, that's it. So in the final line number 14, you can see how I am returning it. You see that? So that's it about quick idea about one function. Okay, so now let us jump into deterministic function. So like in some scenarios, right, like you want to use the same parameter for input as well as output. So like this is like a performance optimization technique. In some cases, like case to case, it will be useful. So for that thing, along with the syntax, you have to use the keyword called deterministic. Okay, so repeatedly you're calling the same function over and over again. So this will be very useful to optimize, performance optimize. Okay, that's it. Like, okay, so now how to call a function. So far we discussed with few samples, correct? Now similar to procedure, like how to call function. So this is one quick example I'm trying to demonstrate here. So whatever function we defined, get underscore annual salary, right, for the employee ID. So I'm trying to print the annual salary. I'm along with that first name and last name, just for readability I'm calling from the employees table. Okay, so for each employee, the employee ID will be passed and this corresponding annual salary will be print. Okay, let's try to understand. You see that? So Stephen King and for his annual salary. Okay, this is what the get annual salary function will be doing it. Like we are multiplying the employee salary into 12. That's what in the background in the function we have defined it, correct? It will return. This is how we can call. Okay, so this is the quick idea about procedures and function. This is also another important topic in PLSQL to understand. Whatever we discussed so far is like a beginner level understanding. We didn't jump into too much advanced level, but this is good to start. Okay, if you have any question in this topic, feel free to reach me out. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.